welcome to Angel Radio Tarot. I'm Cece. It's great to have you here. Welcome in. Join that subscribe button so you can join the chat. Let me know where you're visiting from. All right. This is going to be a general reading for the collective, for my high vibe tribe. Let's see. I am pleased to tell you we are just screaming right up that list of we're waiting for the next benchmark to go to like be able to serve coffee into the chat room and do super chats. And every time I look, it keeps jumping up and jumping up higher and higher to our mark. So keep watching. Hit that, double tap the screen for a like, share, subscribe, join the chat room, leave your comments. And definitely hit all of those emojis down in the corner for me. Every single one of those engagements helps. Thank you for the hearts. That's right. Thank you. Thank you so much. I was working on the computer, so the battery's dead, so I can't look at your comments. So it's going to be an open house general read. And I can kind of see, but I'm having a real hard time seeing the names. The handles are, the type is so small. But thank you. I do see your comments. Hi, beautiful. That's wonderful. Makes me feel very special. All of your kindly attention helps the channel grow, and you are my social outlet, my family. I am here because of you. Thank you so much. You look amazing. You smell great from here. Let's get into this general read today. It is Friday. We're coming into a big fat No Kings weekend. I'm wishing everybody safe travels to our People's Liberation Rebellion, People's Liberation Resistance going on in Minneapolis and Chicago and Detroit and New York and everywhere. We've got the star card upside down here. Let's see. What is going on? I think I lost a button. It's kind of making me crazy. Got it. Thank you, Spirit. So there is some star card here. We're going to get a nice big spread. We're going to pull all the tools out here today. Don't be distracted by senseless affairs or social obligations when you feel a lack of faith coming. Oh, there is some disharmony, definitely. And somebody is no longer hiding out in the open. They might be moving toward you, and so they have sort of subdued their energy. So I'm getting this package here about Libra. I can just see Libra peeking out, but we're going to hold off on this. We're going to wait for a little more to stew with this. I think this is Libra that is no longer hiding out in the open. There is some disharmony. Libra's having to hide for a moment. Libra is working in secret right now. Or Libra is being called to work in secret. Maybe Libra is wanting to reach out to you and can't. Is being restricted somehow. Very thirsty. I gotta get some water. Thank you for being patient. I had all of this set up ready to go. As per usual. Here we go. All right. So if you're Libra, jump in the chat there. Let me know what's going on in your vibe. What's going on in your world. I'm starting to collect jackets in my chair. I wonder what that means. Everything is on the floor now. Jackets. Some kind of authority like jackboot thug. Okay. Hey, let's pray that the authority that caused ICE agents to have to not wear masks in such ridiculous quarters as the airports over the last week continues while they're on the street, surely this week. Representative of the only objector to the people being out there. If you are an ICE agent and you are watching, my dear, come home. This is the most dangerous version of having a telemarketer job that nobody wants you to have. Nobody wants you to call on them. Nobody wants you to... Your government is betraying you. Your government is lying to you, ICE agent. Your government doesn't support you, ICE agent. Your government will betray you, ICE agent. Come home, ICE agent. All is lost. There is nothing for you but despair. There's a jinn here that is working sideways. Oh, look at this. Leo, Sagittarius, and remain hidden. So there's a Sagittarius with some assassination energy or with some executor energy that is staying down. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. A crossroads deal is being enacted. So there's a Libra. No, there's a crossroads deal going on with Libra and Sagittarius because they're working with the jinn. They're working with the jinn. It's like Libra is, I don't want to give anybody's deal away here, but there's a Libra that is in process of defecting. There is a Libra that's defecting. That's why Hannah came up. Come home, ICE agent. Your government doesn't, the agency that you work for is not part of the legal government. They can never help you. When all is lost, ICE agent, when all is done and fair in just 6 months' time at the very latest. Oh, dear ICE agent, your names will be revealed. You will be hunted and marked as Nazis, as you have claimed yourself proudly to be. Oh, dear ICE agent, there is no refuge in Nazism. Oh, ICE agent, come home. Defect, ICE agent, to your people that pay your paycheck. Defy illegal orders, ICE agent, and come home. There is no hope for you. There is only despair. Ilbis is here. Trying to act like a star seed, but look at this succubus energy here, bringing you nothing but contest. And all of your secrets will be revealed. Ilbis will not hold your secrets for you, starseed. Oh, look at that crossroads deal right there. Return to sender, I rebuke, transmute. And this, look at this dark cavalry is coming in on the dark Gemini, which is duplicitous. That's this Libra. Oh, dear ICE agent, your partners next to you, to your left and your right, your other ICE agent brothers next to you in the streets, they are waiting to betray you. They are collecting evidence against you now in your fervor and Nazi energy. Come home, ICE agent, before it is too late for you. There is no cavalry for you. All of your brothers will defect against you and will throw you under the bus and will lie against your good name, ICE agent. The people's resistance is insatiable, ICE agent. You cannot be won. There are so many more of them, millions more of them than you, ICE agent. No amount of money is needed for the people's resistance when they are on the true side of history. Come home, Nazi ICE agent. Defect from your Nazi brothers and come home and tell the rest of the world how to save themselves. Come home, Nazi agent. No one will save you now. This will not stop, Nazi agent. We will find you. You can trust no one, ICE Nazi agent. Not your brothers to your left or your right. They're all liars. They're all there for themselves. They're only there for the money. They do not trust you. They do not like you. They will not fight for you. In the streets, your brothers will not fight for you, ICE agent. There is no way to win, ICE agent. This is not an exercise. You cannot get out of this. Ilbis is your only refuge, and Ilbis is made of smoke and mirrors and lies. Whatever was promised to you, ICE agent, was a lie. They will betray you in the end. They will throw you to the dogs. Come home and defect now while you still can, ICE agent. After all of the tribunals are done, after the UN has gotten a hold of you because your agency cannot defend you, you will be tried as Nazis And the whole world is watching. Don't think it's just the American people watching. The whole world is watching. There is no refuge for you. You cannot go anywhere outside the United States without them knowing what you have done here. Something about big karma, big power exchange. Big power exchange. Hello, everyone. Welcome into the room. Welcome into the room. So there's a big kind of, you might be in a brotherhood, or there's some kind of defection. Maybe you're the defector. There's some kind of defection from, yeah. Libra's not going to talk about what they are taking with them. They will just, however, say, I'm not happy here. This isn't right. You're not going to get any. There's imbalance, overwhelmed, an inability to prioritize, financial instability. We've already seen that people are not willing to pay the paychecks of people who are going to do evil. Indecision and lack of progress, failed partnerships. You cannot win. If you're on the wrong side of evil, you cannot win. There is a new chance for you somewhere if you take some responsibility. We've got the opposite of petulant frenzy, joined with hard work and responsibility. Oh, and look who's hiding here. The King of Swords, taking leadership, brings you the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. Look at that. Libra, this is your reading here. This section of the reading is here. Take it back to what you remember to be true. The nostalgia of your innate knowledge. 12:12 on the clock. This is how you will recover. This is the only hope you have. Look at what was right behind it. I'm just going to try to collect these so you can see I'm not mucking with these. What came right behind this recovery was on the heels of a massive tower moment. Now, I don't know. See, if you don't take this path, look at that. The Five of Pentacles is upright. And it is the tower moment will bring you into extraordinary debt. Karmic debt you cannot escape. And it is being matched with speed and with power. What is the financial loss? Oh, yeah. It's going to come in fast for somebody. Now, what you had here, Libra, when I was talking about you, before I mentioned Libra. So, Libra, this is your time. Oh. Don't go playing Madame Bovary. Nobody's going to kill themselves for your money or for your honor, for you to leave your money to try to prove your honor to somebody else. It's all romance and bullshit. Your only recovery is avoiding taking a sidestep for when this, we're talking about Passover here. We're talking about Passover. I'll tell you what, Libra, if this packet says you're not taking the path road of recovery and stepping into this King of Swords, you have I say this phrase all the time when I'm challenging people to do the right thing. You have a unique opportunity for leadership here. And it's coming, whether you like it or not. Ice agent. The day of reckoning is coming. We had a war about this already. The whole world was there. We all talked about you, Nazi. Nobody likes you. Yeah, lost opportunity, confusion, indecision. You will get no lover from this, and the people that you attract will be vile and vicious. There is victory and success, recognition for your leadership here. And at the same time, the Queen of Wands brings this in as here's the message about leadership. There is none. Nobody's in charge here. You have to decide for yourself. That's the message here for you, Libra. Let's open up that box. Libra, what are we getting? Shit. So Libra, you've been dealing with angels, but you're a muggle. How is that possible? Because you're not a spiritual entity. You're not from this planet. You're still a carbon-based meat body muggle. You are not a special spiritual player. You are not an angel, but you are not from this planet either. That's why things feel so weird. That's why you have the skills you do. Big fat no here. Maybe you were drawn into a broken coven, or you thought that you were. No, there's no demon here. Maybe you went to you tried to participate in a broken coven thinking you had demons. No, you've got special skills. No, we're reading this backward in. You've got special skills because there's something about you and off planet. You're not from off planet. You've been touched by something from off planet. You're just a regular guy. A regular guy with insight that you can't account for, and it scares the shit out of you. And you're realizing what? That there was nothing special about these people? This Leo, Sagittarius, this is giving like secret club. This is a secret pact. Oh my God, this is your broken coven. This Sagittarius remaining hidden, they want you to stay remaining hidden because they want to exploit your skills. They think you're a warlock. No, you got visited by freaking extra, I can't even say it. You've been touched is what happened. Because we're not talking about aliens. We're talking about beings that live in and of the matter of our fucking cosmos. Man, there's whole sections of light we can't even see. You think that this is it? No. No. There's whole frequencies of material manifestation. Like, this is hard wood, but it's just a bunch of atoms collected on a specific frequency. There's so much shit that exists on the other frequencies that don't materialize where we are. We can't smell those other frequencies. We can't see them. We can't interact with them, but it does not mean they are not there. And we don't know what people in those dimensions can do or see of us. And if we can perceive things like spirits or entity or come on, people. Come on, don't be so short-sighted. Don't be so short-sighted. You have no idea about hexes and black magic. I'm guessing you're a Libra that's looking into this. Thank you for the red. Thank you very much. I'm very pleased in red. Something coming down in the next 30 days, collective. About a Capricorn, you may be a Capricorn. They may be a Capricorn. This may be somebody masking in Capricorn type energy. So we're getting into a time frame here. Oh, you know how the readings usually go, where we've got to establish some kind of framework of who, what we're talking about. What's the scene? What are we discussing here? And now we're going to get into some time frames and some unfolding. And that unfolding will change in pace as we get new groupings of information to add to our interpretation. So while we're ignorant, our destiny has a map. And as we learn, and as our choices change, that map kind of like watercolors. Yeah, there's no starseed here, Libra. You think you're special, and you do. You have future building. There's some dreamy future building, no matter what we do here. You've been selected at best to participate because you have a certain skill set. Now, that skill set might be something as simple as being able to tolerate high pressure, being able to tolerate like high barometric pressure is what I'm thinking, low barometric pressure. And a complacency that fits a certain dynamic that whatever in the cosmos is trying to establish for, you know, like a buddy film team, or a buddy film has to have that mix. There is collective there with Libra in that energy, with Leo and Sagittarius being played out. There is a specific scenario that divine is allowing to unfold, kind of according to us. It's all random circumstance, nothing's connected until you go back and have hindsight. Well, that tells you right there that it was part of the plan. None of it was random. There's something about the spirit realm is under the influence. There's a curiosity here. This Capricorn is going to come in the next 30 days and try to tease your confidence. I excel in most everything I do. They're going to try to gaslight you about this. Because people will either affirm you. Oh, it's like people commenting on your body. It's never fucking appropriate unless you're asking their opinion. Same thing with your confidence. It's nobody's fucking business. They can either praise you or it's a freaking insult. And if you can't tell the difference, it's an insult. Something about backhanded compliments. If you don't know what that is, that's when somebody says something nice, but it sounds mean and you can't tell. Yes, it's very southern, isn't it? Bless your heart. That is the ugliest baby I have ever seen. Bless his heart. No, that's a straight up, that's not a backhanded compliment. That's kind of a backhanded compliment. It'd be more like Irish compliments, I guess. Like, it's really an insult, but if it would be like a cool dig if you had your gang that you hung with, your people, and you had your inside jokes and shit like that. But a backhanded compliment is when a stranger makes a dig on you like it's an inside joke, but you're not tight like that. A backhanded compliment is instead of shaking the hand and offering you something, they're ready to backhand you across the face. It's a backhanded compliment. It's not a bitch slap. It's a backhanded compliment. What air shifting? I love that you guys can chat about stuff. It's a big deal to be able to share our experiences in the supernatural. Now that is an evil demon right there. Let me tell you, it's got ectoplasm. Speaking of ectoplasm, did you guys see that antimatter has now been successfully contained and transported? And all I could think of was Ghostbusters Don't Cross the Streams. We have just cracked access to the 5th fucking dimension, you guys. It's all over. New scientific breakthroughs for what we know to happen spiritually. Man, I'm telling you, it's all unfolding as everyday tools. We are returning to the days of spiritual warfare in the real time. In the real time. So what you're finding alongside people who are out here fighting the demons in like real spiritual warfare are those that are running it like the Spanish Inquisition. And we see both sides of that. We see both sides of that. The commercialization or the commodification of religion in the extreme. It used to be you could just keep it to the Jimmy Swaggart and you just call your money in. But if this is something happening, this is something else happening. Anxiety and nightmares, collaboration, teamwork, dishonesty, manipulation. Okay, I'm reading the cards off, but I'm not getting any feeling off of this. It's just this download, diarrhea of the mouth here Someone is evangelizing. Someone's going to come to you evangelizing. That's what it is. Look, next 30 days, Capricorn stoicism approach. They're going to try to knock you off your center with spirituality and not under the influence. This Capricorn is not under the influence. They know what they're doing. That's what it is. So you're going to get some spirit. Definitely. Oh, that's the other way to look at this too. Spirit is coming in with combat for you. In the next 30 days, you're going to get a big spiritual activity, non-corporeal, major movement in the next 30 days. From a spirit, entity, person, energy that's going to be very stoic, knows exactly what they're doing, but they're going to be coming in, future building with a spiritual overtone. Who will save your soul from the lies that you told? That's where this anxiety and nightmares, we've got the Nine of Swords. There is some, there's a big job coming in. New beginnings with abundance and luxury here. But all of this anxiety is that this team is not honest. You're being compelled to go to it because there's big money to be made. ICE agents, come home. Your government does not love you. Your people will not stand behind you. Everywhere you go, the American people hate your fucking guts. You are a betrayer. You are perilously close to being tried for treason. There is no safe place for you. We chase you in your dreams. There is no safe country for you. Hope that your face is never revealed. Your only rescue, Nazi ice scum, is to defect before the persecution begins. And to tell us everything you know, where to find you, how operations go on, to confess to the American people through Congress everything you can reveal about every illegal action that you took and you were asked to take against the American people. It is your only refuge. Come home and confess now, defecting ice scum. Hi, Mary. Well, it looks like this reading is very much gearing up for the sensations that I am surrounded by millions of people today that are gearing up for this energy that we know, and thank God they didn't pass more funding, because every time they've passed funding since January for continuance, somebody has been murdered in the street by ICE. Broken coven. This is a war of good and evil, people. I have no qualms about complaining or broadcasting my feeling on this. It is to generate some hope in you. We do not have to put up with this evil creeping into our lives all over the world. No. No. And if you're a seer, allow me to encourage you. Get on YouTube. Start following the process. Get out here and start showing your cards. Start reading every chance you get. Because all of this is the spirit of the individual, of divine tapping into you individually, your private relationship with your maker, and your private relationship with the spiritual world around you. And I'm not trying to proselytize. I'm trying to give you the only defense you have against the oppressive, wicked energy that is trying very much to enslave the vast majority of the population in oppression and violence and hunger and scarcity. What are they terrified of? The individual thinking mind. That is your power. That is what they're busy harvesting in the matrix right now. Every time you chink on that dollar spent on something that you just don't need. Voting with your dollar, you know, all of this shit. There's a broken coven here, definitely. There is more coming. Dark Sagittarius energy is not minding their own business. But this predator energy is being turned down, down, down. Use your talents and skills where it may be useful. I mean, let's apply your talents and skills. If you're a Taurus, you know what's going on. Maybe you feel like this is all just clowning. Taurus is maybe taking all of this not too lightly, maybe disregarding. That's fine. Taurus thinks this is funny. Or Taurus is just nonplussed by all of this. 3113 on the clock. This reading's going to get pretty wild here because I'm all over the place and I'm just letting a lot of passion and energy flow through here. There is a very confident Queen of Wands sitting in her power. That is directly opposed this Taurus, saying you're cut off financially, delays in communication, slow progress, lack of movement. And it's about financial security and stability, but stinginess, poverty, and this poverty mentality and material loss. Somebody got cut off. A daughter, a son, a sibling, or some kind of family member got cut off financially. That's one option. Somebody cut off their support, cut off access, stopped accommodating when ridiculous showed its face. There's dependency and overspending. This is kind of like spoiled brat energy. It might be part of this broken coven. They're having a tantrum. This downturn low grade predator, all up in your shit, not interested in like letting it go, wants to be this low vibe Sagittarius about everything right now. And it's totally bringing this, like, call their friends in, doing the AITA on this. And yes, you are the asshole. Actually, you're being a kind of a, you know what you're doing, and you refuse to step up. You refuse to step up. So this party is like, fine with me. That's cash in my pocket. Yeah, temperance is off the hook right now. There is no temperance about it. It's a hard no. Hey, we don't have a fucking problem anymore. It's hard, tough love. This is some tough love. If you were an ICE agent going out in the field tomorrow, Saturday, or wait, tomorrow is Saturday. If you're going out in the field tonight and tomorrow and Sunday, be sure to take a diaper and an extra nappy bottle. You know, it's going to be a long day of people standing in your face and hating your guts. How do you feel when that energy gets blasted at you 24/7? No amount of money can make you feel good about that ICE agent. No amount of money will make you feel good about being hated by the entire population when you step outside your hotel room, ICE agent. There is no hope for you. Go home. Go home. Go home. Go back to your gaming chair, ICE agent. Go back to your scrolling indefinite internet porn and your gaming chair and your gaming bros and your incel red pill life. Go back and just admit, please come out of the closet, y'all, because y'all's the ones that's got the problem. I don't have any gay friend that has ever caused me any fucking heartache. But every closeted gay man hates the fuck out of everybody. Everybody. Because he hates himself. Because he can't admit that he wants to hug a man. That he wants to love another man. That he wants another man to touch his pee-pee the way he wants to touch another man's pee-pee. It's okay, ICE agent. It's 2026. You can leave your Christian upbringing, your hyper right-wing conservative neo-Nazi fundamentalist Christianity and come out here with the rest of us. It's safe out here. It's nice out here. The only people, ICE agent, are the ones that tell you you're a good boy. Come out here and be a man, ICE agent. It means being calm and using your words, following the law, and being a contributing member to society. If you don't like this job, we can always put you in the fields and you can pick our vegetables and tend to our cattle, since you won't let anybody else work. Someday, ICE agent, your only option will be making big, big rocks into lots of little bitty rocks. Welcome to Leavenworth, ICE agent. That will be your only option. There's a Hierophant here that's changing shit up. We're manifesting is what we're doing. The cold bitterness and extreme disharmony, excess in extremism, traditional conformity and spiritual guidance. This could be either way. This could be you being lost in the world that made this whole thing happen for you. You guys will be locked up in a very small part of the country with a high fence. There is no cooperation here for you. I don't mind. As in the words of the mighty Tool, I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. Someone is intoxicated here. Yes, yes. All right, we're here with a big wind transmuting. Right here, I've got a wind package right here. We're going to hold it here. Transmuting something about this intoxication into clear-mindedness and a persistence. Not wanting to cross over. Not wanting to, like, go to sleep. This person wants to come up. There's an ICE agent here that wants to wake up and come home, aren't you? You gorgeous thing. See, the girls over here are really nice. The girls over here know what the fuck they're doing. They have their own house. They have their own money. They don't put up with shit. They know how to cook for themselves. So if you want to come over here and play nice, that's what you have to do. But most of you, as I said, are probably closeted gay men. There are plenty of gorgeous top men out here for you. Come out here and enjoy the ride. It's so much better out here, ICE agent. You can wrap that thing up and have whatever you want. And you don't have to hit anybody. Nobody has to pee on you. Nobody wants you to kneel down in front of them and take a bitch slap just to get laid. We don't do that out here. Come home, ICE agent. No one there wants you there. We are manifesting, yes. Bring that succubus home, baby. Come home, ICE agent. There's plenty of soft top bears that will hug you and snuggle you, and they won't ever, ever hit you. It's a big win for everybody. Come on home. Come on home, ICE agent. Let's everybody get you laid. We gonna find somebody for you. It ain't gonna be a girl. But there's plenty of fellas out there. We find you a date. We find you a date. You can find a date out here. You can find a date in jail when all this is done. Future building, baby. Let me future build at you. People think that empaths like myself, seers, we just let anything happen. We let anything, and we hope for the best. No, that's your world where you do a bunch of prayers and wishes and bullshit when things need to be happening. Fuck around and find out. Try Jesus, bitch. I fight back. Here we go. Let's get something else. Let's change the mood up here, folks. Let's change the mood up here. Y'all need to look up Toby Nagigwi. And it was the BMAs. Yeah, the Black Music Awards in, oh crap, I want to say like 2005. When he did that, Try Jesus, I Fight Back, but they did it all, they did it on the stage with this rotating platform and their, like these teal jumpsuits. They were all painted up. And I went to school, inner city DC, and they had that stage set up with all classroom chairs, like what was it? Girls with a baby on their hip in math class doing a beatbox on the table. Toby Nagigwi. And it was all Try Jesus, I Fight Back. I've never heard him do that version anywhere else except for that BMA's live version. God, I love that tune. I can hear it all in my head right now, and he's just dropping beats. Blah, 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 blah. The freaking vowels just falling out of that man's face. It's just fucking tight. That kind of celebration of the reality. It's like the whole, are you fucking kidding me right now? No. Somebody is really out of touch with reality right now. Somebody is really happy with the way you're doing things. Somebody was supposed to do something yesterday or in the past and they did not do it. Or they changed path and they didn't tell you about it. They ran out of it. They might have thrown something under the bus on their way out the door. They don't know how it happened. Y'all know when I get that look, it's because it's like people's all walked in the room. I'm getting very colloquial in my language right now. It's because I'm channeling parts of people from... I've lived all over the country. And I've been friends with and family with and lived in and soaked up so much of so many different kinds of people from different places. It's like having, it's like being bilingual or multilingual. This is a general reading for the collective. Today is Friday. I don't know what day is this. It don't matter what day it is. This will reach you anytime it reaches you. We're doing a live reading right now. So thank you for the emojis and the cartoons in the corner. Everything helps the channel. And I am thrilled. I looked up at the statistics, all of our benchmarks for coming up into maturing the channel. And that line for a watchable, our effective hours of the channel being watched is what our next benchmark is. It's just sliding right across that line every time I look. We're more than a third of the way there. So if you're on a smart device, use that play mix feature and just let the channel play in the background as you enjoy your day and let resonate what resonates. As long as you can stand my voice, come back and just watch as much of the channel. Let it play on a device in the background. Leave it in the other room. I don't care. What we're trying to do is just get the channel matured up. The channel's, I've had the account for about 4 years. That's the date that you see. But I've only been actually contributing to YouTube for about 6 months. And we are just growing like gangbusters. And that's each one of you. You are the reason I keep coming back. I love this so much. And I get to visit with all of you. Thank you. Look at all of the excitement in the room. Yay! Yay! I love it. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm coming up next. I prefer to do live readings because I really do get so much out of the energy of you being here in the chat, you being here on the subscribe. There's a big fat tower moment coming for somebody. There's a big tower moment. We'll read these cards here. We've got the Emperor card, Ace of Pentacles on its head. The Knight of Wands on its head. There's some message delayed about this. There may be a delay in your prosperity or someone else's prosperity out of you, because this whole thing is anchored by the Seven of Wands on one end, very delightful, and then the Emperor on the other end, and I see you as both, or collective, tribe. But what is this event that you are containing right now? It is a tower moment for you or for someone else. So we'll read this from the outside in, okay? So the Seven of Wands. It's a card of valor. On the surface, it's an attack of 6-on-1. However, the one has the advantage. The vantage position, the confidence, the skill. So there's a crowd of people. You might be experiencing several little attacks. You know, you might be at risk of, yes, I feel that too. I'm currently experiencing a shunning relationship with one of the many communities I'm in, a place I'm trying to settle and find home. And it's that same thing. It's death by 1,000 cuts. On the intellectual plane, it signifies discussion and a wordy strife. In business, it's the negotiations, the war of trade, barter, and competition. So you might have a business in a small community where you're trying to break in, and you're getting worse than not having any help. You're getting people actively sort of slowly chipping away, or they're making very effective little chips away at what you've got going on. It's also a card of success, for the combatant is on the top and his enemies may be unable to reach him. So let's continue reading this, because it's paired with this calm, serene, untouchable Emperor energy. If you are a female, this may mean that you are being viewed by enemy males that are in patriarchy, and they can only identify leadership as one way. So you are seated in what they would consider, because if they considered you an Empress energy, it would still be condescending. So this might be like they've been throwing stuff at you for a long while now. Nothing that would ever be really terribly incriminating, but it's meant to slowly wear you down. Negging. Community shunning. Nothing direct. And it's meant to challenge you out of this Emperor seat. But it looks like you've won this Emperor seat. They were not expecting you to be able to play King of the Hill. And it turns out, not only are you Empress, but you are bigger than their best leader that they have. The idea that they are so stuck and stuck up on this clique that they have formed around you, not because of you, but against you, surrounding you, that you still come off as so untouchable that even their leader, instead of conceding the war, has to concede respect. That's his only way out without being overtaken by his own people for lack of confidence. His only way out is to concede a peer. So now he has to say, you are as powerful as he is. 49:49 on the clock. What does that do to the balance of power? The only way that he would be able to do that is if you were, I don't want to say humble, but had enough humility to exercise your leadership and stay on your side of the sidewalk. The whole reason they came at you was because you stayed on your side of the sidewalk. They wanted a battle right off the bat. Your existence was the problem. They couldn't take their eyes off of you, constantly worrying if you were going to be like they are. Because they would have come in and gone, I can't just come in and sit down on my spot. Somebody's going to come in and get me. I'm going to have to go in and take up 3 times as much space and try to dominate that, hoping they leave me alone back here. That's the psychology of a bully. Okay. So they came after you, and it was like barking at a deaf cat. They couldn't break down your barriers because your barriers were fluid. It's not that you didn't have any barriers, but again, we were talking on dimensional planes and where, like, opening the 5th dimension, and you can fuck with them, but they can't seem to. They're the ones that are the ghosts that pass their hand through the coffee cup to try, literally pass your hand through the coffee cup. Pass their hand through the coffee cup, trying to knock it off the counter to get your attention inside your dimension. You hold your own space. I've talked about this before, about identifying the crush. Your hands are slammed shut in front of you, and you peel open a space in between space, and you slide into the little sliver in the wall. And nobody can see you in there. And it's like the TARDIS. You get this little sliver in the wall, you slip through sideways, and you pull the zipper up. And it's a whole world in here. And they don't know how to get in there. And they can't get in there unless you open the door. Harry Potter on the train station. 10 of Cups. Inversed. Oh, I'm enjoying this reading. Thank you for being here with me. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. If you're interested in how to contribute to the channel financially before it matures, you can send your donations to Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot. It is just like here. I've watered the plants today, so it's a little scoochy. Here we go. Come on, babies. You want to talk to us? Whoop, doop, doop. Oh, oh. There we go. Angel Radio Tarot. So you can send your financial contributions to Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot. And I'm only on YouTube, so don't send your money through any other platform. And after we reach the point where we are going gangbusters on here, I'll still be accepting contributions through Venmo, but then it'll also be through YouTube. 10 of Cups inversed. There is a false heart here. Indignation and violence. Contempt is what this is. Someone has a distinct feeling of contempt for you, and they are not shy about it. They don't talk to you about it because they're too stuck up to talk to you about it. They talk to everyone else about it, and they are very, very open. Their facial expressions when your back is turned, the way their face changes when someone mentions your name. You're not even there. You don't even have anything to do with these people, but they can't fucking stand you. They just can't stand you. They have nothing better they love to hate than you. Oh, I love that shit. I love that shit. Fucking haters. You know what, hater? If you're worrying about me, I know I'm strong enough to go ahead and do whatever the fuck I want right in your face. And if you're hating on me, then you ain't hating on somebody else. And I'll be the first one to find out who the hell else is around that people aren't treating right and go to their defense. And I'll teach them how to stand up to you, and you won't get anywhere with them either. There's also, let's see, the Knight of Wands here in its inverse. Y'all, I'm an Aries. I'm coming up on a birthday, so I'm going to be firing the belly for a week or two. There is a rupture or a division of here, of this There's discord here. Somehow this person, this ultimate Karen, is starting to get some blowback. The resistance you've been presenting has been giving other people courage to not have to put up with this shit. And we're talking about microaggressions amongst their own people. All the little backhanded comments we were talking about, they're not getting away with anymore. Like, there's not a whole lot that's being done to stop it, but instead of it being like, people are like, the attitude is changing. There is a shift in tolerance for cruelty. And then the Ace of Pentacles on its head. And if you're sitting around going, oh, this just sounds like everything happening right now. Duh, we're talking about what's happening right now. Confirmation. Thanks for confirming for me, skeptic. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's just a general attitude right now of nobody's putting up with contempt anymore. Contempt is so over. It's uncivilized. Contempt is so over. We are, let's see, and where is this contempt? What is this contempt for or coming from? So this card upright is perfect contentment. Okay. Felicity, ecstasy, speedy intelligence, gold, the perfect moment, perfect presence. The other side of this is where the opposite of this comes from. And yes, this is going to hit home before I ever really registered this card. The evil side of wealth and bad intelligence. I can't right now. I watch too much freaking news right now to not feel this everywhere. In any case, it shows prosperity, comfortable conditions, but whether these are an advantage to this snotty, stuck-up, bitchy mood, this Karen, it depends on the rest of the cards, and it's generally temporary. It's whatever pleasure or win that they got out of the last year and a half of being allowed to be so freaking cruel and so freaking bold about it, is the lovers here. It's starting to hit home with them. They've got a lover or a partner at home that's no longer willing to endorse them personally. Like, Karen, I didn't want to say anything at the store, but you got to know you're taking this too far. You're just taking this too far, Karen. I can't even go to the grocery store with you anymore, Karen. 30 years I've been listening to you do this. Somebody's getting schooled at home. It's starting to affect them personally. 5 of Wands is on its head. Whether or not this is going to become a legal issue for our interloper here, our interloper, for our, y'all have long since known that I think we're in the middle of a coup d'etat. This interloper, there's this Karen, this whoever has possessed your loved one, whatever entity has possessed you, need to take your Karen or your Carl and get a freaking exorcism. The 2 of Cups, there is a partnership of your friendship with your partnership. Lovers aside, we've already got the lovers on this side here. Look, we're not even friends anymore. Oh my God. And then the 3 of Wands. Look at this, how this, like, I want you to see this. This is how this wrapped out right here. Okay? This is what's at risk. Dirty ice agent Nazi, no one wants to love you. And once someone finds out, and you're in your 20s now, let me tell you something, dirty Nazi ice agent. I know you hate hearing it, but that's what people are going to call you into your 80s. Just last year, I saw a video where a man in his 80s in England was arrested, prosecuted, and went to fucking jail for being a Nazi during World War II. You will not ever get away with it. There will be no love for you anywhere. Nobody. You won't, even if you hide it, you will never be able to confide it in anyone for the rest of your life. And you will still be held accountable. 100 fucking years from now. We had a war about this already. The whole world was there. 9 of Swords. And the 3 of Wands. Waiting for that to come through. Three of Wands. People may have said something to you before because they couldn't believe that you were actually like we really just could not wrap our heads around the fact that you really were going for this. Like that you actually bought this. It's the end of troubles, the suspension or the cessation of adversity, toil, and disappointment. My God, I cannot imagine. You know, I can. I was going to say, I cannot imagine being the parent of an ICE agent right now. And I can. Both of my kids were raised and brought up and still live as adults in right-wing conservative Christian nationalism. And I escaped that shit 30 years ago. This is Civil War shit. Tears families apart. So I want the 3 of Wands here again. The end of troubles and disappointment, toil and adversity. And then the 9 of Swords. It's just death, failure, miscarriage, delay, deception, disappointment, despair. There's nothing else that can come of this. There's nothing else that can come of this. So we were talking about being in this community where we were having to hold up this death of 1,000 cuts with this Emperor Death Cat energy. While this kind of turmoil was trying to surround us from within. But these people are being affected with combat, with strife, with potential legal issues. You can't get no love, can't get no friend. And it's nothing but pain and sorrow. What else is coming out of this? It's pretty clear who we're dealing with, right? Pretty clear who we're dealing with. Don't get caught up in trying to wish this. You've been aware of the natural consequences of what should have happened in righteousness. And you've been having to wait and having to wait and having to wait for karma, for natural circumstance, for truth to come out, for time to expose all wounds. There's a 7 of Pentacles here. This kind of mediocrity sort of keeping you hemmed up in a restlessness, turmoil, a forced isolation, and stuck in a mystery, not knowing when it was going to end. You were stuck not being able to move forward. You were kind of put on hold, a purgatory, because I'm not getting a whole lot of tears here. It's tears for them. They put you in purgatory. They put you in timeout. They said, baby, to the corner. Trying to cause you all this burnout and this feeling trapped and like you failed, like you should have known better, shaming you. Hit those emojis if I'm calling out to you. Let me know it's you. I know this is hitting home for y'all. Double tap that screen and let me know you like it. Let me know, is this hitting home for you? Because this has had somebody absolutely like in the dark for 2-3 years now. Just had you like there's you can't move on, you can't move backward, you can't make profit, you can't flourish where you're at. It's like Spirit had you on hold. But let me tell you, Spirit had you on hold and sitting pretty right where you are, feeling like you're doing nothing because you're in a holding pattern. Spirit is using you, exhibiting you, right? Everything's static for you. Nothing's really changed. Maybe a little cyclic existence, but nothing's really changed. You've just been kind of treading water. Nothing terribly's changed. You might have spent the last cycle just getting continuously disgusted with the lack of participation from good people in your life. Just stagnant water. Everything's just kind of stagnant dishwater. It's to keep you from getting attached in this because you're not supposed to stay here. Spirit had you hooked up, had you settled in, will put you on hold for 2-3 years. I need you to sit over here in this display box because I need you to just be the bait. I can't see anything over in this corner. I need you to sit over here like a candle from me and wait for the roaches to come back out. Ugh. And you might have to witness God smashing these roaches in front of you. Ugh. You might think that you're in the middle of absolute turmoil because you're watching devastation and destruction everywhere around you. And has it really touched you? Has it really touched you except for your perceived loss, your emotional, some emotional dissatisfaction, some threats maybe, some fear-mongering, these little threats by 1,000 cuts. Meanwhile, God has been allowing these people to show themselves fully. And your job now is to continue to invite these people to love you, to hold your boundaries, to tell people, no, you can't touch me. It's the difference of letting someone hug you and then holding their hand whenever they go reaching and wandering. You know how to do that. You know when it happens. And you know what'll happen if you don't correct. And you got to correct these fools. And it ain't about holding a boundary or fighting back. It's a shit. I got to teach you how to handle me because you don't know how to do it, do you? Let me show you how to handle me, fool. Strategy. You're going to have, yeah. The world is on its ears right now. You have got these people turned inside out because they don't know what to do. It's obvious. They don't know how to handle you. And they're pretty sure you're raking them over the coals right now. They feel ashamed. They know you know what's happening. They know you could make it stop. They know you're choosing not to. It is your right and privilege to not accommodate every SOB that comes and tries to snap your bra. That's what it's giving. There's some sexual manipulation, some misogyny here, some role expectation is what I'm getting. And if you're female and you're low vibe or you're a high vibe male on my tribe right now, there's cause for celebration here. You have avoided some conflict, but somebody else is going to pay for it big. So you have deflected, absolutely been able to deflect this trapping. That's what it was. It was a trap house. It was a trap house. This whole thing was a trap house. They brought you in, but you were supposed to pick up a roll and you didn't pick it up, so somebody else has got to eat it. A lack of vision on their part brought indecision and a stalemate. They can't conquer and they can't pull out. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to do this. They're showing their lack of skill. They are exposing themselves for incompetent. It's a bunch of fucking hillbillies. And that shit'll get you killed in the wrong company. Something about you not insulting. You've got to get creative here and start manifesting some stuff. You're going to have to start manifesting some stuff around these people. But it's going to look how they've detracted. You're going to have to withdraw these people out into the background as you pace forward. Savvy? Let them disappear in your rearview mirror and keep pressing on. It's one of the hardest lessons to learn when you're a kid. When you're dealing with a bully, and that's what's happening. You're dealing with a bully. So knowing that you're dealing with a bully, y'all, I don't know how to fix that. I never have figured out how to fix that. And it's not that they have a power over you. It's just a matter of being outnumbered. Cut your losses. Survive to live another day. High priestess energy here. You get into your high priestess mode. And it's about deciding how... the only remedy for dealing with a bully, if you genuinely don't have the means to fight and overcome them, is you have to swallow your pride. You have to, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Something about swallowing your pride here. Using your intuition, there's some entrapment here, and it's definitely accepting loss. Mental imprisonment, there's a victim mentality here. But if you accept this loss, accept yourself as being unable to surmount this mountain, you may be able to live and fight another day. You're dealing with mediocrity, and again, these two come out together. A lack of vision, a lack of leadership, overbearing arrogance. You can't reason with stupid. And if you're in a mob, if you find yourself in the middle of and there might be a stationary mob, it might be a neighborhood mob, or a township mob, but if you get outnumbered, you can't fight that. And it's got nothing to do with your ability or your skill or your cleverness. There's a lot of fucking people in this world. There's a lack of progress. There's some delays for you. But again, we're talking about some very serious, legally, potentially life-threatening situations. We're getting back into some, I don't know what's going on with the cards. I'm getting groupings here, and I can't seem to break you're seeing me shuffle. What else here? I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. I'm so glad you're here. Look, hit that subscribe button, that like button, that share button, that notification bell. Tappity tap tap on emojis down there. And leave your comments. Every time you input something on the YouTube channel, it helps the algorithm grow. Let's see. There is some planning that needs to happen to get around this loss. All right, well, let's pull this out. I'm getting directed here. We're getting another parallel read. This lack of vision, lack of leadership, this overbearing, arrogant impulsiveness is what's going to get somebody thrown in jail. The lack of focus and discipline is what keeps them from moving forward. Accepting this loss is going to be better taken if you can start planning for the future. This is the willpower, the belly chakra right here. How do you forgive yourself and not get locked up in anger and shame for being stopped? You find a different way. You get into strategy and planning and partnership. You make some progress. You find a different path. Hangman's on its energy here. This feeling trapped and being mentally imprisoned is going to be matched by your resistance to change. If you're stubborn here, you're going to get locked in that pride mode. There is a death card here, getting back into the high priestess energy. You've got to forget about all this and stay in your lane. You are the high priestess. You've got to continue dying away to the world. You've got to get up every day and die away from your attachments. You've got to wake up in the morning, and as soon as you set into task orienting for the day, you've got to stop yourself and die away from all of it. Die away from the load of what you've got to make happen. You know how long it takes to brush teeth, or that, you can't do this, that until you do A and B. Well, every time you set up that expectation, every time you get into that goal orientation, and you get into the striving, and that striving mode is that already a pretense of tension around failure. If I can't make it happen, then I have gone backward. It's worse than failing. Something about trying to control your situation, and there's this resistance to change because you are attached to how it defines you. Ambition, that's the dirty word. Dirty word for the day, ambition. You can have confidence, you can make stuff, you can have progress, but it's got to be this, you've got to. So people think that it's, if you just go with the flow, it's this lack of something. It's this lacking mentality. But it's the other way around. When you're feeling overwhelmed, the first thing you do is release yourself from goals. You step back from trying to make stuff happen. You minimize the dangers of conflict. You stop moving. I'm feeling cocky about it. I'm feeling very Indian happy about it. This is what you do, yeah. That's how you make it happen. Somebody about the guru is agreeing with me. Something with the guru is confirming. Oh, that's a wallop. There's a djinn clowning right now. We've got a djinn in the air, in the energy. This is giving. Who's Lee? Urban Walker. Oh, Leanne Prince. Gotcha. Hi, everyone. I'm just kind of catching up here. I saw the bottom of the cards and everybody's going, oh. Oh, Urban, I'm so glad you. Thank you for the confirmation there. Hi. So we've got, there's a jackass in the room. There's something here. There's a djinn that is clowning. So there's somebody that is trying to create some chaos. This would be a symptom of an agent of chaos, a symptom of chaos. And let's see. It is gremlins. That's what I'm getting, like the old Bugs Bunny cartoon with the gremlins on the airplanes. So we're going to clear the air of any gremlin spirit here. I want you to know my laptop turned out perfect. My laptop cleaned up from all the wax that got spilled on it the other day when I was reading. And we had a gremlin pop in and fling my candle across my whole laptop screen. It was just, yeah, it was a mess. It was like somebody poured a yogurt over my computer. But I tucked it into the refrigerator overnight and just didn't try to pick anything about it. And my laptop looks like I sent it away and got it refurbished. A nice little waxy buff on the screen turned out perfect. I got all the wax out of the keys just fine. So little things like that, little gremlin attacks like that those are the deaths by 1,000 cuts. And this isn't witchcraft, okay, so it's not witchcraft. It's not even witchcraft. It's negging gremlins. Gremlins come in on minor contempt. This has been a big reading about identifying contempt or the tolerance for contempt. It's not about your total obliteration. It's about putting you under influence. It's about making you move off your spot voluntarily. Gremlins don't have a whole lot of power. Minor demons don't have a whole lot of power. Angels don't even have a whole lot of power, but they can push the wind that moves the ashes into the grass that starts the fire. They work with elements, and gremlins are only a little bit more corporeal than a ghost. But they're the little impish spirits that knock the ashtray over or something. They're just a little bit more corporeal than, say, angels. So we've got an assassin demon, we've got a predator. Leo, you're not an assassin, but you are the executioner sometimes. You are the executor. And when you're in dark, this isn't about illegal Leo. This is about a contemptuous individual that is coming out as a predator. Time to step out. And so when they go out in assassination mode. They go hunting. So you might have someone hunting you. Just one. There's one person left. If you've had this gang stalking energy because you've been kind of shunned from a community that you're stuck working with or for, or in a toxic work environment, toxic community environment where you have to engage people and they use each engagement as an opportunity to take their punching bag tensions out on you. They've all decided that you are the most punchable. Hi, Tyreek. Wonderful to have you back. You remember you're obliged to no one. There's a Pisces that's coming in with some cause for celebration. Be mindful that spirit will give you a little sugar before the medicine goes down. When you're time to elevate, when you have no help coming, and you still have to make harmony, and you are dealing with Lucifer, or Lucifer as the archangel of light, as the archangel that brought creation into the void. That Lucifer as the archangel before, and see, this is different from the devil, you people. Lucifer was cast down to earth to protect over man and woman, to watch over them, to help them out. And it was Ilbis that came in as the form of the snake. Ilbis came in the destruction of temptation. And if there was anything that Lucifer brought, it was to impart knowledge. And it was Ilbis that created the sin circumstance of it. Oh, it's got to be the tree, and it's got to be all this. It was a deal making. It was a great big deal making. And it was that secret deal that he made with God that tricked people into being obliged by stupid shit that was going to happen anyway. It was like a bunch of side betting with God. So something about this, maybe even you trying to come into harmony with the truth of the creation story. You've got this fuck around and find out energy. It's like, you guys need to get your story straight. And this isn't the monotheistic Christian God that you think it is. Something about breaking with family rules and family community. And then something about the down low of authority. Something about this isn't the Christian authority, and this isn't the Fed's authority. This is like Illuminati authority, secret society authority. This is, I work for an agency outside of law enforcement. What the fuck is that? It's under the influence is what it is. You people are delusional. Something there. You need to get down in your DMs. You need to get in your prayers. You need to get down in your fucking prayers is what needs to happen. You need to get down in your DMs with your creator. Whether you call that, hey, Lucifer the archangel, the God of creation that helped God make this place, or you're talking about your monotheistic Christian God that you like to talk to, or you're talking about you're praying to Mary, or you're praying to your saints, or you're praying to your archangels. Don't tell me you can't pray to something besides God when you guys are out here calling down archangels. You need to get down in the DMs with your spirit center, whoever your spirit team is, whoever your what's at risk here is your blessings and total obliteration. Star seeds are transmuting as an exercise. We've got shimmers coming in the next 30 days. And there is secrets being revealed. Yeah, misdirection is going to be no longer affected. Release from attachment is going to bring in the feels about some secrets being released as well. Or somebody is coming out of the closet, releasing from their attachments of ego. And they're in the feels about finally coming out. And this is what's coming in the next 30 days. All right. Well, this has been a wonderful hour and a half with you folks. Oh, I'm sorry I can't give everybody a shout out here because I can't reach the phone to do it, and I can't reach up there and do all that, and that's why I always have the laptop out. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. Listen, hit that subscribe button. Usually when I go live, I like people to join the subscribe so you can join the live stream chat. I know today was a little bit different, and yeah, it helps the channel grow and mature by the next benchmark is the number of hours that the channel is watched. So use a backup device and hit it on the channel and hit play mix, and let the channel just roam and play in the background while you're doing your chores, while you're enjoying your drive. Let it resonate however it resonates, and leave the rest for someone else to enjoy. And go back and watch previous readings so you can calibrate from the time frame. We've got about a good solid 2 months of live readings, date stamped. So you can, now that you know what has unfolded, you can go back to those readings and calibrate your intuition from those readings, the input. You don't even have to try to remember what you thought was happening back then, but it'll trigger all of your memories for you, and you'll be able to just be like, oh, I freaking knew it. I knew that was what that was. It could be readings you've not even heard before, and you'll get some insight about how things unfold as things go forward. And help you calibrate your intuition as you continue watching Angel Radio Tarot. I'm Cece. Hit that hype button if you're commenting after it's published. And always welcome back. Come back soon. And great to have you here. We'll see you next time.